What is Vin Diesel's net worth and salary? The richest bald man in the world. Stay tuned and learn more about the lives of rich people. Hello dear friends, Vin Diesel is an American actor, director, screenwriter and producer with a fortune of $225 million. He is world famous for his role as Dominic Toretto in the Fast and Furious franchise. The franchise has made him one of the highest paid actors. This franchise has made him one of the highest paid action stars in the world. He can easily earn up to $50 million a year depending on the release of the films. Between June 2019 and June 2020, Vin earned $55 million for his various endeavors. Approximately $20 million of his earnings over that period are thanks to an advanced base salary for F9. He earns more from the film's backend equity, which generates a portion of the profits. Career. Diesel's first film role was an appearance in the 1990s film The Awakening, now listed in the credits. In 1994, he wrote, produced, directed, and starred in the short film The Many Faces, the semi-autobiographical film about a multiracial actor, and his audition process was selected to screen at the 1995 Cannes Film Festival. Diesel made his feature film debut, this time in the credits, in the 1997 film The Tramps. Diesel also wrote, directed, and produced the film, which was screened at the 1997 Sundance Film Festival. MTV acquired the rights to Vagabonds to turn it into a TV series. Steven Spielberg cast Diesel for a small role in Saving Private Ryan in 1998. In 2000, he starred in the movie Boiler Room, Fast and Furious, and Xander's Cage in 2002's XXX. In 2006, he played gangster Jack D'Norcio in Find Me Guilty. He returned to the Fast and Furious franchise for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th films. He also reprised his role as Riddick in 2013's Riddick. Diesel also voiced the character Groot in 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy, 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Avengers Infinity War in 2018, and Avengers The Final in 2019. He also appeared in 2017 as Xander Cage in 3X, The Return of Xander Cage. In 2020, he played the comic book character Bloodshot in its 2020 film adaptation. He will also appear in the sequel. He is scheduled to appear in James Cameron's 2021 and 2023 films Avatar 2 and Avatar 3. He will also appear in the upcoming films Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Fast and Furious 10, Fast and Furious 11, Riddick 4 Furia, and 3X4. Personal life. In 2001, Diesel dated his Fast and Furious colleague Michelle Rodriguez. Diesel has been married to Paloma Jimenez since 2007. They have 3 children: Honey O'Reilly, born in April 2008, Vincent Sinclair, born in 2010, and Paulina, born in March 2015. Pauline is named after his friend and partner in the movie Fast and Furious, Paul Walker, who died in a car accident in November 2013. Diesel is the godfather of Walker's daughter, Meadow. Diesel's hallmark is his very low voice. His voice broke when he was 15, causing him to sound like an adult on the phone. Diesel is an avid car collector. His collection of classic American cars includes a 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona and a 1970 Dodge Charger RT, a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Grand Sport, a 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle, a 1966 Pontiac Bonneville, a 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner, and a 1974 Plymouth Barracuda. For his 52nd birthday, his Fast and Furious family gave him a 1970 Dodge Charger Tantrum, custom built by Speed Car Performance Group with a 9-liter twin-turbo V8 engine producing 1,650 horsepower. He also owns a 2011 Dodge Charger SRT8, a 2010 BMW E60 M5, and a very rare 2014 Lykan Hypersport. The Hypersport costs $3.4 million and has bejeweled headlines. Diesel has been playing Dungeons & Dragons for more than 3 decades. He wrote the foreword to the book 30 Years of Adventure, a celebration of Dungeons & Dragons. In late 2020, a woman reported that she had a flat tire on the 405 freeway near Los Angeles International Airport. A car pulled up behind her and it was Vin Diesel. He replaced the woman's tire for her. In December 2020, Diesel took to Instagram to celebrate the 7th anniversary of his friend Paul Walker's death. He posted a picture of himself with Walker and captioned it, 7 years, not a day goes by, all the love always. Wages. Vin Diesel's films have grossed over $7 billion at the worldwide box office. In 2015, Diesel earned $47 million and became the 3rd highest paid actor thanks to Fast and Furious 7, which grossed $1.5 billion at the global box office. In 2016, Diesel earned $35 million and became the 7th highest paid actor of the year. In 2017, Diesel earned $54,300,000, making him the 3rd highest paid actor of the year. Real estate. In February 2000, Diesel purchased a 1,517 square foot home for $562,500. In 2016, Diesel put the 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom home up for sale for $1.4 million. With 3 kids, the place was getting a little crowded for him. Before he put the Hollywood Hills apartment up for sale, he rented it for $5,800 a month. The kitchen opens into the dining room and living room. The master bedroom has ceiling beams and French doors. The master bath has a recessed top. The backyard has a patio and pool. Car collection. 1963 Chevy Corvette Stingray Grand Spur. A beautiful car that will turn heads and necks wherever it ends up. The 1963 Chevy Corvette Stingray Grand Sport is one of the most beautiful cars in Vin Diesel's collection. This car is considered one of only 100 ever made, and at auctions, it's worth about $100,000. The car was also featured in Fast 5, where Dom and Brian made a heroic escape from a running train. Powered by a 5.4-liter V8 engine, the Stingray produces 300 horsepower with a top speed of 142 miles per hour. 1993 Mazda RX-7. The fact that Vin Diesel owns a 93 Mazda RX-7 is as interesting as it is unsurprising. Dominic Toretto rides a Mazda in the first movie, and it is one of the few moments in the series when we see him behind the wheel of a car that is not an American muscle car. Diesel must have thoroughly enjoyed his car on the set, and after all, it was also named Motor Trend's Import Car of the Year in 1993. With the kind of performance, handling and looks the Mazda RX-7 boasts, it's no wonder Diesel spent more than $40,000 on this Japanese sport car. While the dumb we know today may disagree with the choice, it's clear that Vin Diesel's range and taste in cars is much broader. A 1966 Pontiac Bonneville. This purely American car that graces Vin Diesel's garage is very much in character for him. GM produced the Bonneville from 1958 to 2005, and for most of the time it remained a phenomenal car. This 1966 Pontiac Bonneville is also one of the longest Pontiacs ever to come off the assembly line, reaching a whopping 19 feet in length. It is also as heavy as it is long, weighing about 2 tons. Undeniably an American classic, this 1966 model, owned by Vin Diesel, has a 421 cubic inch V8 engine under the hood and looks amazing wherever it goes. These cars are absolutely stunning, and anyone would be lucky enough to own at least one of them. Of course, the car looks so much better when parked in front of a nice house. A little bit of expensive real estate. One of the main things a successful actor would love to splurge on is a beautiful home for himself and his family. Vin Diesel is not accustomed to acquiring and using expensive real estate, and he even shelled out a lot of money for his trailer, which he uses when he shoots his blockbusters. According to Celebrity Net Worth, back in 2000, Vin Diesel locked up a beautiful home in the Hollywood Hills. Surprisingly, it was a house he kept in his possession for many years, eventually listing it back in 2016. Many stars are rarely seen keeping a smaller home for so long, as they are usually busy upgrading and investing other properties. Even though Vin Diesel has held on to this house for so long, he is targeting a much more expensive property in Atlanta area. The house itself can also be rented, which would cost $30,000 for 1 week. With 7 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms, the house had plenty of room for anyone who came to visit. As impressive as these houses are, it's also important to take a look at his incredible movie trailer that he uses while filming. Daily Mail reports that this 2-story trailer cost more than $1.1 million, and it has every gimmick he could ever want or need. Diesel spared no expense on his Adobe, and we can't blame him. However, unlike other performers, some of his money has been put back into the industry. Buying the rights to the 3X franchise. While Vin spent his money on fun and practical things, he also turned his attention to his own movie franchises. These in a hurry created a furor and showed his dedication to his business and his finances. In addition to the Fast and Furious franchise, Vin Diesel also excelled in the 3X franchise. But that as it may, he was interested in developing future projects with the franchise, and back in 2018 it was announced that he had acquired the rights to the franchise itself, writes The Independent. Few performers would do something this bold, but Vin has always done just that. According to The Independent, there are several 3X projects in the development, and if they become financially successful, Vin Diesel will make a lot more money. Vin Diesel has proven himself well over the years, and he obviously knows how to have fun with his money. Not only that, this man has also proven to be practical. Are there any Fast and Furious fans among us?